Hey guys, it's Alex here and welcome to the first episode of Eldritch Mysteries. Today we're going to talk about the blood rain of Siberia. Now, I'm a little late to the game here, but frankly this fascinates me, so we're going to do it anyway. So on the 3rd of July this year, a remote town in Siberia, whose name I won't even attempt to say, were horrified to discover that a local car park was covered in what they thought to be blood. Now, a whole bunch of witnesses filmed the incident and posted it to social media, inciting this huge mystery for the rest of the world to just gawk at. But this isn't the first time blood has poured from the sky. In September 2012, a small town in Sydney experienced the same thing, as well as over a month of red rain in Sri Lanka. Kerala, India in 2001 not only experienced red rain, but green, yellow, and even black over a period of almost 3 months. Siberia, however, is no stranger to weird weather phenomenon. There are stories of gold bricks dropping from the sky and even human hands growing from the snow. But these are all modern instances, so what about the past? Well, there again we find tale after tale of bloody skies and red rivers. It's been a staple of history as far back as the Bible and even before. Homer, Pliny, Livy, Hesiod, and Plutarch all have stories of blood falling from the heavens, a sign of bad things to come, the apocalypse, or even an angered god. Zeus himself was said to have created bloody omens from the sky, once as a portend for slaughter in battle. In slightly more modern times, Geoffrey of Monmouth, a man who, while considered fantastical, did popularise King Arthur, notes the same occurrences during the reign of King Ravallo in the 12th century, which is actually backed up by a story by Layamon in his 1190 book, Brut, where he states it can only lead to destruction. So this is definitely nothing we haven't seen before. It's cited as a bad omen, a sign of the end times, hearkening of the apocalypse, and the end of days. But is it really? We can't speak for the ancients, the philosophers and the monks of the past, but modern day science tells us no. In Kerala, it was airborne spores of algae known as Trentipolia annulata, a fungal hyphae that lives on trees, wet rocks and lichen. It often has an orange hue, but can be yellow, green, and yes, even black. So sorry India, no end of world freak out for you. In Sydney, it was found to be a wet sandstorm, apparently quite a frequent occurrence in subtropical and tropical dry areas, especially along the equator. The same issue in Sri Lanka. In Siberia, however, the same can't be said. It's not a tropical region, it's actually pretty cold. But of course everybody speculated these things, whether it was algae or sand, or my personal favourite theory as an Englishman was that the weather was just an English football fan and bearing its colours in support for the England versus Russia match that very evening. The truth, though, is fairly mundane. The factory whose parking lot was covered in red rain was in the process of scraping rust from the floors and roofs to comply with health and safety standards. A gust of wind took the dust into the air, and when it rained, down came the crimson scourge. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.